Hi guys, it's Laura and welcome to another build video on my channel. Today I am building a public library and it's quite a big one, as you can already kind of see. I called it the Landgraab Library because I imagine that it was donated by the Landgraab family to the community. I placed it in the neighborhood of Newcrest because I figured that was where this, I would call it like modern building fitted in the best. So that's why I did that, and also that's where we have the space for a library. I could have, of course, placed it in one of the other neighborhoods, but whatever. This library was actually intended for my Let's Play. The Let's Play The Sims 4 Poverty to Plenty, which, if you haven't watched it yet, I of course encourage you to do that. But in that Let's Play we have the character of Cody, who is a teenager living on his own with his cat, Princess, his male cat, Princess, that is, because I made a little mistake and made the cat a male. I don't know how that happened. But anyways, he left home because his parents were not very good parents, and he just didn't want to stay there anymore. He wanted to go out on his own and make a better life for himself. And because of that, he, as I said, left home. So he now lives alone. And this library I built because he joined a study club in which a study group where he studies with a bunch of other teenagers. They meet up and do homework together. And for that, they needed a place to meet. So I thought I wanted to build a library for them. And then I came up with this idea of making it the Landgraab Library, even though Cody, the main character of the Let's Play, actually in his study group is also Malcolm Landgraab, the teenage son of the Landgraab family. And none of the teens in the study group know that Cody lives on his own. He lives on his own in a small shack that he built by himself. So he has a very humble home. And he's now making friends with Malcolm Landgraab. So sorry if that's a spoiler for some of you, but it's not that big. It's not a big one. But yeah, no one knows that Cody lives the way he does. So, and he's fairly afraid that Malcolm Landgraab will actually figure out his living situation, because Malcolm Landgraab is such an affluent sim and he comes from such an influential family. So Cody is actually quite self-conscious around him, which is too bad for him. Like, that's sad, right? He is self-conscious about his humble means, even though what he's actually doing to make a better life for himself. And it's actually quite admirable that he left a bad family situation. But we'll see how that unfolds in the Let's Play. I hope you will join me and watch it and maybe give your suggestions for how the story could unfold further. I would love that. So please check that out. I will link it in the description down below and probably also here on screen, but watch this first, okay? So I've finished the outside of the build, the exterior, and now I'm working on the interior, and I wanted to have some like an open space going all the way up through the 3 floors here on the right. And right there, I was just working on something with the stairs. I was trying to make like an L-shaped staircase spanning over the two floors from the ground floor and up to the top floor. But that wasn't possible, or at least I couldn't make it work. So I dropped that. So we have that open space all the way up at the front of the library on both sides. And on the right, it goes all the way up to the 3rd level as well. Which I think it's just pretty cool. I like that kind of architecture. I don't know if you have ever like walked into a huge building and just realized that looking up and there's just so much space and so much light and it's just beautiful. So that's the atmosphere that I wanted to convey in this build, and I think it turned out pretty well. And in the center here of the library, I'm gonna make a courtyard with some art pieces and a fountain and some sitting spaces, because I just wanted there to be an outside area, and I liked the idea of having this courtyard in the middle of the building. I thought that was pretty cool. I don't know about you, what do you think? Like, I like it, but of course I also just built it, so if I didn't like it, that would just be weird uploading it. So I'm curious to know what you think about it. This is a fairly large build, as you can already see, so with the interior furnishings, I had to keep it fairly simple in some of the areas, because I felt like my computer was lagging a little bit from all the objects that I placed in here, which is a common problem in The Sims 4 when you place down a lot of objects. For those of you who watched James Turner over at The Sim Supply, he built a hotel at one point, which he never finished, but that's a whole nother story. And he also had problems even with his, I assume, computer setup that is way more powerful than mine. He also started to experience some lag when he was placing down so many objects. So it's a common problem, and I didn't experience like too bad of a lag, but it did start. So I tried to contain myself a little bit, because I wanted you guys to be able to download this and play with it in your game. Like, if it's super laggy, then no one is going to play with it. And I think I might have to alter it a little bit, because I actually had some problems. I don't know if you watched the Let's Play, but if you did, you saw me having some issues with the group of teens hanging out at this library. I had some lagging issues, and I'm not sure it was the library or the number of teens, but I'm gonna have to maybe alter the library a little bit for the Let's Play to see how it works out. But let me know if you download this library into your game, how it works out on your computer and your setup, because maybe it's another problem that I'm having. I don't know. So I'm finishing off the courtyard here, and I'm putting these metal pieces on the wall as sort of like a modernist artwork of some sort. I was listening to the new Dan Brown novel, the one called Origin, while I was building this. I was listening to it on audiobook, and they speak a lot about the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, and there's a description of this very modern building, which of course looks nothing like this, because I looked up the architecture, and you should do that too. That is amazing. But I got inspired to do some improvised artwork there on the wall. So that's what I was doing there with all those metal beams on the wall. And I just put in some more benches and stuff. I put in some trash cans and some of the artworks that we got in, I believe, Get Together. There are some actually quite big sculptures. And so I put in some of those. They look like modern art to me. I am no connoisseur of art. Like, I know nothing about art. But I felt like they looked cool. Also, these pieces on the wall there, I felt like that could be some sort of installation art. And those dine out pieces that I just put inside, I thought they looked pretty cool as well. I only put in those larger artworks later, because I don't think I realized that they are there yet. So now I move on to at least doing some of the interior. And as I said, this is a quite large build. So as you can also see, it's at a higher speed than I usually have my speed builds. Normally I have somewhere between 4 and 6 times speed on my builds, but this is at 7, I think. And I also cut parts of it. You probably didn't notice, but I cut parts of the exterior because it was just taking too long. And I also cut some of the interior later on. And here they are, the big art pieces, looking modern. I don't know if I like them, but I thought they suited the overall feel of the build, like being a new fancy library that was donated, and maybe this sculpture was donated by some other affluent family, or maybe even one of the Landgrabs made it themselves, and it was sort of the prerequisite for them building this library that they could display this piece of art. I don't know. What do you think? Like, I felt like it made sense to have it there. I'm just doing some bathrooms here, and I believe I cut out some of it because it's just super boring to look at. It's just very basic, you know, a bin, a toilet, a sink, one of those, I don't know if they're soap dispensers or dispensers of hand sanitizer, but we got them in, I think, Dine Out, and I put those in as well. So yeah, that's just what I did. So I started putting in bookshelves now, which of course we need in a library. That makes sense. You're probably not surprised at seeing bookshelves. And there are quite a few of these around the library with different colored walls behind them. I figured that was like sections of the library. So it's like on the first floor you have a red section and it's on the second shelf. Like, yeah, I felt like that would be cool. And I also did a little corner now with all those posters. I did sort of a hangout corner. There are several hangout spots in this library and also study spots. And actually this library also could function as a cafe, which I might run it as a cafe sometimes in my LP, because then there will come a barista will come and the teens can meet up and have a coffee and stuff. So if you want to change the lot type for this lot to a cafe, you can do that and it will run as a cafe. So I thought that was pretty cool. The library in my hometown has a cafe, so I figured that was sort of natural for me for a library this size to have some sort of serving some sort of drinks or food. So that's what I did. Yeah, I hope you wanna watch the Let's Play. I just came home to do this voiceover today. I finished the build of the library the day before yesterday, as those of you who watch the Let's Play will know, because the Let's Play episode 6 came out yesterday, and the library was featured in that. So I didn't record this today. It took a few days to record because it's such a massive build, but I had a lot of fun building it. But I left work fairly early to go home, like at 3:30 or something. I left work, and I wanted to go home and record this. But now it's 7 o'clock, and I'm just recording it now. And that's because when I got home, I had forgotten my keys this morning, so I couldn't get into my house, and my husband was still at work, so he's not home. He's not even home yet. And we didn't have a spare key outside, which is just stupid, and we forgot about that. We should have done that, of course, and I put one out now for later, but I couldn't get in. So luckily my neighbor was just getting in with his kids, and they invited me inside to have a cup of coffee and just hang out, because my father was gonna bring the spare key that him and my mother had, but it would take like 20 minutes or something. So, and it's pretty cold outside. If you don't know, I'm from Denmark, and it's not freezing, but it's not nice to be outside now. So luckily the neighbors invited me in, and I got a cup of coffee, and their 2 children, like one of them is 6 years old, and I think the other is maybe 3 or something, and the little one, she was just trying on costumes and showing me, and she got crackers out of the drawer and gave me some, and like she was so cute. And the older girl who has just started school last year, she talked to me about school and like how she had learned to read already, and it was just so cozy, you know. We just recently moved into this house a few months ago, and it's just so nice to have neighbors that are so friendly and forthcoming, and just super nice. They are genuinely good and nice people, and that's just so awesome to have someone right next door that you don't feel like, I wouldn't feel embarrassed or like I couldn't come and ask them for a favor. Like if something was I really had a problem, like today when I didn't have a key and I couldn't get in and it was cold outside, I wouldn't be scared to knock on their door because they are just so friendly, and I really, really like that. I hope you guys also have great neighbors, because that's just worth a lot more than you can't really put a price on that. If you don't know, my husband and I bought the house that we live in now, and I can't even imagine having bad neighbors. Like, you hear stories of these people who are in constant fights with their neighbors over all sorts of things, and I can't even imagine being in a fight with my neighbors. They are so friendly and so nice. We had a laugh about multiple things when I was in there just now, and it was just great. Just so nice, you know. And okay, I said nice so many times, I know, but that's what it is. It's nice. It's nice people, and I love that. I think that's so great. Oh yeah, so here is where I changed the lot type to a cafe, just to know what I needed to put in here in order for this to actually function as a cafe. So as I said earlier, you can actually run this lot as a cafe. You could put it in your game and set the lot type to change it from a library to a cafe. And if you did that, it would still function as it should. Like, there's everything you need. There are cafe tables, there's that desk, and there are toilets and everything, so you could do that. Right now you can also see that I put the lot traits. One of them, I put the teen hangout lot trait. So, and I did that because I wanted Cody to meet other teens. But I also, for those of you who haven't watched the Let's Play, I recently played a little bit on the family without, like, off camera, to get a little further with some skills and stuff. And I tried putting on the teen hangout lot trait, but there were no teens in the world. I didn't find any, so I don't know if any of you have problem with that lot trait as well. Like, when I tried out the lot trait, for instance, for a cat hangout, stray cats were on my lot all the time. But now, yeah, that I tried this teen hangout, no, I didn't really see any teens, even though I was looking for them. So I was quite disappointed, actually, that I didn't see any teens. So let me know if you have had the same issues, and then maybe we should hit up SimGuru Nick and tell him about this issue. But I want to test it out some more before I draw any hard-lined conclusions, because I'm not quite sure. So let me know what you think, either here in the comments or maybe on Twitter if you want to. Yeah. So there's not too much left of the build at this point. I know this is a long video. Let me know if you would rather, for future videos, would want me to cut out more, like cut down the video even further and then just show a few more screenshots, because that would definitely save time in a video like this. Or if you like it this way, that you see way more of what I built, because we still need the next floor. I'm gonna put up up here at the top, I'm gonna put sort of a lecture hall. And then on the second floor in the middle, I'm gonna, if you call it second floor, like in Danish it would be the first floor, like you have the ground floor and then the first floor. But I think a lot of Americans call it the second floor, like the ground floor is the first floor. I don't know, let me know what it's called in your country. But I put in a lecture hall, and I also put in like a band practice recording kind of studio on the floor above the ground floor, because I thought that was kind of cool. And then just some more seating areas, a sort of meeting room where more Sims can be seated at the same time. And that's also where in the Let's Play the study group have their session, or their meeting, if you could call it that. So I put in that as well. And yeah, I think that's about it. I am gonna upload this, and I've been working today on another video, a cast video. Sorry, I couldn't find the words right then. I've been working on a cast video for you guys, and I'm actually really excited about that because I haven't done any real cast videos on this channel, have I? I don't remember right now, but I don't believe I've done any, at least not many, because I don't really do casts. But I had an idea, and I hope you're gonna like it. At least I hope some of you are gonna like it, because it's a fairly geeky kind of thing. It's probably not everyone who will know these characters that I made in cast, but I had a little fun with it. So that's gonna come out maybe tomorrow or Saturday. I don't think I can wait for next week to release it. So if you don't know, and if you haven't read my channel description, I have an upload schedule. So I upload the Poverty to Plenty Let's Play on Wednesdays, and then I upload, right now I have a building series called Sunday Starter that I upload on Sundays, of course. And that's about it. And then other build videos like this one I will upload whenever I have the chance. I love building in The Sims 4, so whenever I feel inspired by something, I will do it. So I will just upload some other videos on other days. Maybe they won't be related to anything. And this week I'll be uploading the fourth episode, or the fourth episode or installment of my Sunday Starter building series, which is a series where I build starter homes and upload them on Sundays. Sort of self-explanatory. But I sort of I committed to making 10 starter homes, and it's proven quite difficult, actually. It's difficult to keep finding the inspiration to make new starter homes. So if you have any ideas or suggestions for what kind of starter homes I should do, or what kind of starter homes you need in your game, whether it be the style of home or the packs that I could use for it, like it could be a restricted build or anything, you can please let me know in the comments, and I will look at that and probably draw some inspiration from that to continue my Sunday Starter building series. A little sneak peek, this Sunday Starter in this week is going to be an apartment starter. So if that was one of your suggestions, see what I did and maybe make another suggestion for a different style of apartment if you want. But I already have that in the pipeline, but I haven't planned out the next, which is going to be 6 more starter homes. So let me know. So this video is coming to an end. I placed in the band practice room. I placed in the meeting room there, as you see. So soon we will cut into the screenshots. And I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will take a look at the Let's Play as well, because that's what this library was built for. And I would love for you to join me in the Let's Play and give me suggestions if you have any for what should happen in the storyline and such. And also, as I've said many times before, I'm open for doing build collabs. Right now I have actually a quite big modern mansion that I've built, and I can't really find the inspiration to furnish it. I feel like doing collabs is super good, super great for me, because it just makes me, it helps me get inspired, and it allows me to draw on the inspiration from other people. So hit me up if you want to do a collab. And I'm gonna leave you guys here in the screenshots. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. So, bye!